Loud. Hey guys, we're recording now.
Hey.
Okay. So, I apologize. Come here. Okay, so there's different versions of different questions. My quiz has been muted. Cool. Gonna make me edit. Okay. Oh, nice. Cool, there we go. Okay, so just so you guys are aware, there's always going to be different versions of the questions, but they're all basically doing the same thing. So first things first, going through question 1. Did anybody have any trouble with question 1? Making sense of it, understanding what it was asking, anything like that?
I think I got a different version and it was like millimeters or meters cubed and not centimeters cubed. So it like totally, I was like, what? Because I was prepared for centimeters cubed.
Yeah.
But not
so there's a lot of different variations on the units, right? But that's why I'm trying to get you guys to think about this, right? Anything that has liters in it is going to be a volume, right? Anything that's a cubic length is going to be a volume, right? Anytime you have the mass divided by a volume, it's going to be a density, right? Does that kind of make sense? So looking through this first one is a volume, right? Because it's in milliliters. Second one, anyone want to chime in?
length.
Length, right, exactly. So meters would be a length. This one, number 3, we said mass divided by volume is always going to be density, right? So that one's the density. Hopefully this one was easy.
Time.
This guy?
Mass.
And this guy? Temperature, exactly. Any other major issues with that one? Pretty straightforward. Cool. And then with the scientific notation, I got a little bit of feedback from some people this morning about the fact that having the 1 point here, so having these questions be numbered in this fashion is very annoying because it makes you not know where the question starts and where the numbering starts. So I will change that in the future. If you struggled with that, I apologize. But I think most of you that I saw were able to identify that it's just this guy right here that you're doing the scientific notation on, right? So for this guy, for example, we'd move the decimal place over 1, 2, 3 times, right? So you would end up with 2.55 e to the negative 3, right? Negative because it's a very small number, right? Here, you'd be taking it out of scientific notation. There was a couple of things that I saw people doing that were a little weird. So when we take this out of scientific notation, it would be 96100, right? A couple of weird things that I saw where people didn't take the decimal out. So if you don't take the decimal out, then it's 9.6100, right? It's not 96,100. And the easiest way that I can convey this to you guys without like confusing the issue is think about if this number was your bank account balance, right? If your bank account balance said 9.16 or 9.6100, you'd be upset about it, right? But if it said 96100 with no decimal, then you'd be like, oh my God, what happened? There must be something wrong because now I have a lot of money and I didn't before, right? But either way, you'd be happy about it, right? But does that make sense, guys? So whenever you're kind of struggling with this stuff, by all means, put it into money terms. I think that makes it easier for me for some reason. If I just think about stuff in money terms, then I have a little bit more intuition about whether or not this stuff makes sense. So any questions about those?
Actually, it's not a question, but I just had a little comment. The number that's given on the example, I think it might be e to the -3 instead of e to the -2.
It
I was
totally is.
gonna say that the answer wouldn't it be
Yep, you're right.
Busted.
More funny.
I'm a dummy too, guys. I'm a dummy too, okay?
More funny,
Essentially,
Professor.
we get full points for question 2 too if we got it wrong, right?
Totally, yeah.
Just gonna have to give us
Giving away points here, baby. But yeah, so again, yes, that is definitely something that was not pointed out to me, but yes, I definitely made a mistake there. So that's exciting. Cool. Yep, definitely every single one of these problems has that same.
بازم همین پایینم همینجور.
Yeah, that's great.
خب حالا نگاه کن آخری بیا نگاه چه وحشتناک بود.
Mute. Okay, so any other questions about the first few? Those pretty okay? I did see a lot of weird stuff with the side note, so I just want to make sure that you guys know I'm going to have some more practice with that because I definitely think the more you practice with that, the easier it is to do. But it takes a lot of practice to get comfortable with scientific notation. So and we got to get you there. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the last question, which all had the same basic format. They just had different numbers basically or different units. But I'm going to switch to my camera so that I can work it through on the calculator and on the whiteboard. Okay, so.
Professor, can you do both of them, or because mine didn't look like this?
One sec.